Hello everyone. So this is one of your IPC lessons for a week, and today we're going to continue looking at the Mayan people, and we're going to explore the religious beliefs of the Mayan people. So we're going to talk a little about their gods and how their religious leaders were important to them. So religion was an integral part of Mayan culture and can be seen through their entire culture. The Maya believed in and worshipped a number of different gods. So the Mayan gods were said to have had a good side and a... Sorry about that, someone arrived at the door. So yeah, the Mayan gods were said to have had a good side and a bad side, and this meant that they were believed to help or hurt the people. So the Maya would dance and sing and sometimes make offerings of blood, so more on that a bit later, to the gods to demonstrate their respect and loyalty. So many Mayan gods were often depicted as having different parts of their bodies as taken from animals. So you can see here, you can see a bit of a snake. I don't know what face that's meant to be. We can see different parts of animals are all around them. That was meant to give them the sort of characteristics of those animals, which might have matched their roles. So what I'd like you to do, if you have the time, is to go and research some of the Mayan gods and find out about them and find out what if their animal faces or features gave them the characteristics and sort of match their roles as to what they were the gods of. Did the animals match that? Because if we look at this one here, I wonder if a snake, it's not necessarily seen as a nice animal. And if that was one of the nice gods, the good or the bad ones. So if you get the time, please go and research. They're very interesting. But today we're going to talk a bit more about these people. We're going to look at the priests. So Mayan priests were central to the religious ceremonies that were performed to appease the gods. So lots of religion was geared towards pleasing the gods because they believed if the gods were happy with you, then your life would be easier. Your crops would grow, you would have good luck, different things like that. These priests were believed to be the only humans who could communicate with the gods. Priests were responsible for leading rituals of worship and sacrifice, because we spoke a little bit about sacrifice to the gods, as well as telling people what the gods demanded of them. So these priests held a lot of power in their hands. They were said to know what the gods wanted, so what they said to the people, when they told them what to do and what the gods wanted them to do, the people followed their instructions. So these priests held a lot of power. So one of the ceremonies that Mayan priests were responsible for was called bloodletting. So stone carvings, we know this because stone carvings studied by historians show rulers and nobles giving blood sacrifices. So we can see the ruler and the noble here being a priest here, and they're giving a blood sacrifice. So they believed that giving some of their blood would appease the gods, because the gods were meant to have created humans from their blood. So on special occasions, the rulers of the Mayan people would try and gain the favor of the gods by giving some blood back to those gods. So Mayan priests would be responsible for the bloodletting, would have a range of sharp implements and weapons specifically for the purpose. To save the letting a little bit of blood out, this weapon looks terrifying, absolutely terrifying. I don't know how we get a little bit of blood with that. But again, Mayan priests were at the center of this and sort of decided how much to give and who was to give it and things. So again, you're seeing the priest's power. During religious festivals, Mayan priests would dance, sing, bang drums, and make lots of noise on the steps of the temples, whilst wearing decorative masks, costumes, and headdresses to scare away demons. It also demonstrated the priest's power to the people and their authority to the gods. Trying to flick back so you can see they wore large headdresses and dressed powerfully with lots of jewels. They were seen as very important people. During these ceremonies, the Mayan people would undertake a ball game. I'm not even going to attempt Ola Mala Zitili. So it was a ball game which involved about 7 people on a court, and they played with a rubber ball, and it involved them hitting that rubber ball through these hoops, which were so high up. And they also weren't allowed to use their hands at all. Could use their feet and hips and elbows, and they wore special pads on their elbows because this rubber ball was quite a solid ball, so if it hit you, it would hurt a fair bit. So they had to try and hit it up through that hoop without their hands. So as you probably guessed, there weren't a lot of goals. Now, the reason they played this, it was said, is because the moving ball was said to represent the moving sun through the sky, and the sun to the Mayan people was vital, absolutely vital. It was incredibly important in their culture and through their religion. So the priests sort of oversaw these games as a way of celebrating the sun and how it supported the Mayan way of life. So we've talked an awful lot about the priests and what they did. What I'd like you to do when we're talking about these priests is you're going to create almost a job application form, a bit of a job description for a Mayan priest. Now, below this video on the website, there is a template if you want to print out the template, or if you just want to do it in your home learning book and make your own, that's fine. But I want you to think about the roles and responsibilities in religion that a Mayan priest has, as well as the type of personality they need to have to speak in front of those people. So are they going to be shy and timid, or are they going to be enthusiastic and brave? Okay, maybe a bit confident. So the form that I've made for you gives a job title, so Mayan priest, duties of the job. So go back through the video. What do they have to do? Desirable features: should they be really small and old, or should they be quite youthful and tall? And appearance: should they look strong? Desirable characteristics: are they going to be, what's their personality going to be like? Are they going to be full of vigor? Are they going to be, as we said, confident? Are they going to be loud? Are they going to be brash? And they're not really going to be shy ones. Essential skills: what do we need to be able to do? So they need to be good at public speaking. They need to be good at not afraid of blood if there's bloodletting in the ceremonies. They need to be good at creating a musical rhythm with their instruments. And then any other main information about the job at the bottom. If you want to make your own form, that's absolutely fine. You can just copy this template into a book, or if you're able to print it out and want to do it on here, you can. Don't need to upload it at all. You just need to have it in your home learning books, and we'll see it when you come back into school. So that is a brief look at Mayan religion and how the priest was at the center of it. So off you go and do your activity, and have a lovely rest of your day. Bye-bye.